Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Industry Activation Podcast, brought to you by
Open Technologies. Technology to the next level.
It Gets Better Every Time, Ryan. You're really making progress on that. My name is Jason Asher, along with Ryan Albrechtson, and May is Franchise Month on the Industry Activation Podcast. And we talk about everything having to do with franchises, ERP, all the goodness that goes along with running an ERP in the franchise, and all the craziness that goes along with QSRs and other types of franchises across the world. So, Ryan, before we get into the solution today, could you give us a little bit of color, if you can?
Yeah, absolutely.
With the franchise.
As a franchise owner, you're managing multiple locations. And what you have to do is ensure consistency throughout all locations. And that's where really NetSuite comes in. You have centralized management, you have a scalability as your franchise grows. NetSuite can grow with you. You have unified data, and it just really gives you that efficiency boost that you need.
And the other interesting aspect of scaling on NetSuite, if you're a franchise, especially QSR or even different type of retail franchises, there really is a real inherent advantage to the multi-tenanted nature of NetSuite One World, because you're able to take templates, dashboards, customizations that were written for, let's say, the main sub or written for the main requirement, and then you could be able to basically publish those out to the other subsidiaries. And what we're going to do today when we look at the solution is that we're going to look at the different NetSuite modules that are going to drive the consistency of data and really de-risk NetSuite. So what we're going to do here is let's start. Let's get the stage set. Okay, so now let's start with the core NetSuite modules that we're going to recommend in for the franchises. Of course, every franchise is going to need financials first, right? Financials first. Being a source of truth for the chart of accounts, and then being able to have the subsidiaries, inherit the customizations and the module nature of the financial first modules to the rest of the subsidiaries. There's going to need to be a little bit of WD, a little bit of warehouse distribution. There's a lot of different suppliers that go into supporting, statewide, geographical as well as national chains. And there could be suppliers from, all over the country that are supplying clusters of franchisee locations. So it's going to be very important that we kind of dig into the WD part as we go along with our franchise, theme for the month. Inventory management, recipes, bags, cups, purchasing, reordering, CRM, is going to be important too, with managing the contacts. Now, here's where NetSuite starts to pull away from the competition, especially with franchises. Now, reporting, standard or custom. NetSuite comes with over 200 different standard reports out of the box, compared to the competitors. And being able to customize the reporting, for a situational context for QSR, or even, by restaurant or by geography, it's important to be able to really dig into the details of the reporting. Subsidiaries and reporting. Subsidiaries are going to be the backbone of, being able to split out different details for accounting and other types of workflows, but also being able to buy a subsidiary, look at your inventory, look at your chart of accounts, look at your fixed assets, and then also look at your analytics. And being that you could bifurcate the business into different subs and then report against it with all these other, out of the box core functionality, it really does de-risk the deployment on NetSuite and even makes NetSuite even more palatable, from a budgeting perspective. The one thing I think that we know very well is the valuable nature of being able to manage documents, being able to have your APAR, your vendor onboarding, employee onboarding, and even an OCR-driven AI that's going to be able to really manage, all invoices, all documents, all the APAR, but also be able to onboard and offboard vendors. And having these workflows natively in the suite, through this industry activation for franchises, really enables franchises to get live on NetSuite quickly, but also enables the franchises to get a lot more control over the workflows, for dealing with their vendors as well as their employees, which is always important with
Can I ask Jason, how did we come up with these 5 key?
So I mean, Ryan, as you know, we've been talking to different franchises,
Hmm.
across the US for the last number of months, kind of getting their feedback on the ERPs that they're using,
Hmm.
whether it was the aforementioned competition or other ERP systems, and really what they're struggling with. Because a lot of what's in these 5 boxes up here, from document management to the OCR AI, usually these are bolt-ons. Usually these are
Yep.
are third-party plugins that would be added to an existing ERP deployment. But the key factor there is the fact that they're add-ons. It's not a
Right.
native functionality. And
Right.
and what's exciting about our industry activation here is that, with the NetSuite, we can get these natively into the suite and not have the risk of dealing with third-party integrations, at least for this, crucial, you know, um, I would say external user portion of the
Hmm.
ERP. We have modules that are actually native to OpenTech, and these modules are really, the ones that we selected here would be the PO approval process as well as bulk upload. Knowing that, that there are a lot of POs going in and out of franchises all the time, and we found out, through our research, as one of the more critical path workflows that needs to be streamlined. And also the idea of doing bulk upload. A lot of times, franchise businesses move very, very quickly, and if there is a hiccup with an integration, or you have to meet a deadline to run a batch for submitting to the bank that day, or you have to run a batch for other reasons, being able to bulk upload is really a critical path to maintaining consistent day-to-day operations. And then finally, we have a very nice curated group of partners of OpenTech that really add a lot of value to franchises. So whether it's a QSR or a retail franchise, RF Smart provides a lot of value in terms of shipping, mobile dimensioning, labeling, and WMS. Another really great partner that we work with is SourceDay for vendor and supplier management. So SourceDay is phenomenal at managing those relationships, and really adding a lot of streamlined efficiencies to how franchises would operate within a NetSuite ERP environment. Klarna, being able to supply APAR, portals, document management, and even a CPQ, a third-party technology partners here that plug into NetSuite through the RESTful API set. The first one is MassPay, which is payment and payout orchestration. This could be very crucial to a franchise, because MassPay can provide a very significant layer of payment orchestration, where that tokenization can glean a lot of really interesting information about the patrons of the franchisees' locations, and then be able to identify, through different algorithms, loyalty, and as well as customers at risk. And on the payout side, franchisees would have the comfort of knowing that on the payout with payout orchestration, that there are curated, solution providers and partners within the MassPay platform. And through one API, you're able to have redundancies for check writing, ACH, digital wallet, alternative payment method, credit card processing, et cetera, et cetera. So that franchisee owner goes to bed every night knowing that if one solution goes down, a platform like MassPay would have a bunch of other redundancies, ready to go. Another great partner of ours is Agiline Software. Agiline has a data experience platform that provides data warehouse migration and data augmentation. Newest partner, iPass.com. iPass.com having a native NetSuite integration, and OpenTech being able to be, the partner that's behind it. We're able to really provide a very quick, rapid, go-to-market iPass solution that can really be integrated into any platform that the franchise owner would have. As we move forward in the month of May, we're going to be looking at other aspects of these franchise solutions. So if you have any questions or any suggestions on what you would like to see for franchises, please do drop us a line, or even if you want to be a special guest on the podcast, come on and tell us about your franchise. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Like I said, I mean, somebody with multiple franchises, like we're dealing with a company right now that has 50 different franchises, and there are four different types of franchises, all in the food sector. So being able to centrally bring everything together so they can come to a screen, a dashboard, and look and see what's important to them right there is such a big deal. So it allows them to focus on their business and have good data. That's, I think, the most important thing. So, yeah, I'm excited that you guys could join us today and us to share some stories. And looking forward to the next one, Jason.
All right, Ryan. Well, thank you very much for that. And thank you for watching today. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay activated, and we will see you next time on the Industry Activations podcast. On behalf of Ryan Albrecht, I'm Jason Asher. Take care, everyone.
See you guys.